the biggest challenges I have encountered as a single mom was being judged for the sacrifices I made to become debt-free. A couple of years ago, I decided to buckle down on my finances and to really get serious about debt freedom because I no longer wanted to be in debt and I didn't want my child growing up in debt. That was very, very important to me. So, of course, there are sacrifices associated with becoming debt-free, and I felt a lot of people didn't understand why I made those sacrifices and what my mind frame was. I'm pretty sure people thought I was weird and they thought I was losing my mind, probably, I don't know, but I just felt like judged a lot of times, and just some of the questions people would ask were just kind of offensive, I don't know. But what I'm going to do today is to discuss some of those weird sacrifices that I have made in order to pursue debt freedom and how they have affected my life and my daughter's life as well. So stay tuned. All right, so these are all in order from least sacrifice to greatest sacrifice. So the first sacrifice I made to become debt free was getting my hair and nails done. So everything is natural. My hair is natural. My daughter's hair is natural. At one point I cut all of my hair off. I cut the perm out and then I just never went back to perm. I don't know how to maintain my hair as well when I have a perm. I'm really good at maintaining it when it's natural, so it saves me money because I know how to do it myself when it's natural. And my nails, I used to get my nails done like every other week, and so that was, you know, it's not a major sacrifice, but it's a thing, you know. You see my nails now. My next sacrifice, I used to be a very big shopper. I'm talking about online shopping, in the stores, tearing those stores up, honey. I used to be out there shopping because I love to be the best dressed in the room, you know. And so I've learned that like your ego really will have you spending so much money because you're like, you know, I'm not gonna be up in the club looking raggedy, you know. When I walk in, I'm on heads to turn. I want to be looking fly, you know, and I still am fly because I'm a fashionable person naturally, but I just find ways to be fly with less money, you know. And what I do is I kind of like just keep the basics in my closet and I mix and match the basics. So I just make sure I have really good quality clothes, but I kind of like repeat the same things. They're good clothes, they're good quality, but they're repeats. So that's how I survive. Another sacrifice that I made is hanging out. So I do still hang out sometimes, but for the most part, I say no to most invitations. Next is trips. I do take a yearly family trip, but I don't really travel for fun much. Credit cards. I am currently credit card debt free, and I don't use credit cards to do anything. I use my debit card, and that is it. So the last two sacrifices are probably the biggest of the sacrifices. The first of those two is my living space, which I moved from a 2-bedroom apartment to a studio with my daughter. Now that had its advantages and disadvantages. The main advantage was that I'm saving money, so I'm able to put more money towards my debt-free goals. But the disadvantage is the lack of space. Like I have much less space than what I'm used to. So it presented a challenge for me to resituate my life and to figure out what was really needed and what I really could get rid of. So I enjoy those kinds of challenges. I am now a full-blown minimalist, so it was a good feeling to be able to purge from a lot of stuff that I really didn't need. And the very last sacrifice that I've made is the sacrifice to not date, okay? I made a conscious choice to put dating on pause. Not just for my debt-free journey, but that's one of the big reasons why I don't date anymore. Because I feel like when you date, you are pressured to spend money. You naturally want to go out, you want to spend time with each other, you want to get to know each other, and there are costs associated with dating. I don't meet a lot of people that have the same mind frame and the same ideas about managing money. So if you are not dating somebody that's on the same page as you, you definitely can get sucked into spending more money because you don't want to disappoint them. In terms of how these sacrifices have affected my daughter, she has really bought into the debt-free journey, and I keep her in the loop on everything. I let her see my budget. I let her see how much money I'm making. I let her see how far we have come, and she's fully bought into it, and I'm grateful for that. Of course, she wishes she had more play space, but the good thing about where we live now is the neighborhood is amazing, and we're around the lake, we're around the beach, we're like walking distance from parks and all kinds of fun outdoor things that we can do. Now in the wintertime, we have to be a little bit more creative because no one's going to be outside. We live in the Midwest and it's cold in the winter, so we have to do more things indoors. In terms of me, I love being on this debt-free journey. I love that it has turned me into a minimalist. I love how much less stress I feel about finances. I love having my finances in order. Knowing where my money is going every month really brings me peace and really lessens the anxiety that I would normally feel about money and finances. So there will be more content coming out about my debt-free journey and my studio life, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.